Nikita Koloff was a powerhouse in professional wrestling, a larger-than-life figure whose raw strength and intense persona left an indelible mark on the sport during the 1980s. Known for his chilling Russian stare and relentless in-ring aggression, Koloff became a standout star in the National Wrestling Alliance (NWA), captivating audiences with his performances. Yet, like many wrestling icons of his era, his career wasn't without its share of controversies. To fully appreciate the complexities of his journey, let's dive into the story of Nikita Koloff, from his meteoric rise to his personal transformation, exploring the highs, lows, and everything in between. Born Nelson Scott Simpson on March 9, 1959 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Nikita grew up in a challenging environment. One of 4 children raised by a single mother, Olive Simpson, after his father left when he was just 2 years old. Nikita's early life was shaped by resilience. At age 10, his family moved to Robbinsdale, a suburb of Minneapolis, where he attended Robbinsdale High School, a place that would later become famous for producing wrestling legends like Curt Hennig, Rick Rude, Barry Darsow, and Tom Zenk. Even as a young teenager, Nikita was drawn to physical fitness, hitting the weight room in junior high, and laying the foundation for the muscular physique that would define his wrestling career. At Robbinsdale High, he excelled in football, earning accolades as an all-conference wide receiver, while also playing as a defensive lineman. After graduating in 1977, Nikita pursued football at Golden Valley Lutheran College, where he crossed paths with Joe Laretis, who would later gain fame as Road Warrior Animal. Football was Nikita's passion, but injuries derailed his dreams. Transferring to Minnesota State University Moorhead, he faced yet another setback with a knee injury that ended his collegiate football career. By 1984, Nikita was eyeing a tryout with the United States Football League (USFL), hoping to revive his athletic aspirations. But fate intervened when his old friend Joe Laretis reached out with an unexpected proposition: try professional wrestling. Intrigued, Nikita took the leap, shaving his head and stepping into the world of sports entertainment. Under the guidance of Jim Crockett Jr., a prominent wrestling promoter, Nikita was transformed into Nikita Koloff, the Russian Nightmare. Paired with the legendary Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff, and Don Kernal, he debuted in the NWA on June 5, 1984, winning his first match in a mere 13 seconds. The pressure was immense. Crockett warned Nikita that a single misstep like tripping over the ropes could cost him his job. With minimal training from Eddie Sharkey, Nikita leaned on his athleticism and learned the ropes on the road alongside Ivan and Kernal. Initially, he played a silent enforcer, standing with arms crossed during interviews, exuding menace. To perfect his Soviet villain persona, Nikita went all in, learning to speak Russian and staying in character even outside the ring, convincing fans he was a genuine Cold War antagonist. The 1980s were a tense time in global politics, with the Cold War fueling anti-Soviet sentiment in America. Nikita's portrayal of a Russian heel tapped into these fears, making him one of the most hated figures in wrestling. Fans genuinely believed he was from the Soviet Union, a testament to his commitment to the role. In reality, Nikita was a Minnesota native, and the revelation of his true identity later sparked backlash from fans who felt deceived. Still, his ability to embody the character made him a standout. In December 1984, Nikita, Ivan, and Crusher Khrushchev, played by his high school friend Barry Darsow, captured the NWA World Six-Man Tag Team Championship. By March 1985, Nikita and Ivan won the NWA World Tag Team titles, defeating Dusty Rhodes and Manny Fernandez. Their rivalry with the Road Warriors, featuring brutal steel cage matches and Russian chain matches, became the stuff of legend, with one bout earning runner-up for Match of the Year by Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Nikita's star continued to rise in 1910. At the Great American Bash, he challenged NWA World Champion Ric Flair in a match that, while unsuccessful, solidified his status as a top-tier talent. Nikita later called it his favorite match, a career-defining moment. That same year, he and Ivan recaptured the NWA World Tag Team titles from the Rock and Roll Express, only to lose them in a dramatic steel cage match at Starrcade 9. This set the stage for a thrilling best-of-7 series during the Great American Bash Tour, filled with near falls and intense drama. On August 17, 1986, Nikita defeated Magnum to claim the U.S. title, a defining achievement that cemented his dominance. As U.S. champion, Nikita unified the title with Wahoo McDaniel's NWA National Heavyweight Championship and prepared for new challenges, including feuds with Ron Garvin and a rematch with Magnum TA. But tragedy struck when Magnum suffered a career-ending car accident, forcing the NWA to pivot its storylines. This event profoundly impacted Nikita, both professionally and personally. In October 1986, during a chaotic cage match in Charlotte, North Carolina, Nikita shocked the wrestling world. Expected to side with with his Soviet allies against Dusty Rhodes. He instead turned face, joining forces with Rhodes to battle the Four Horsemen. The crowd erupted as Nikita, the former villain, became a hero. He later explained that Magnum's accident and their mutual respect prompted him to rethink his path and seek the admiration of American fans. This transformation marked a new chapter for Nikita. Teaming with Dusty Rhodes, he became one of the NWA's most beloved stars, challenging Ric Flair for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship throughout late 1986 and into 1987. Though Flair's Four Horsemen allies often thwarted Nikita's title pursuits, his popularity soared. He held the US title for nearly 11 months, one of the longest reigns in its history, and faced new adversaries like Paul Jones's Army, including his former mentor, Nikita Koloff. In March 1987, a storyline neck injury caused by Dick Murdoch's brainbuster on concrete tested Nikita's resilience, but he bounced back, teaming with Rhodes to win the Jim Crockett Sr. Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament, defeating Tully Blanchard and Lex Luger in the finals. The summer of 1987 introduced War Games, a revolutionary match type created by Dusty Rhodes. Nikita joined Rhodes, the Road Warriors, and Paul Ellering to face the Four Horsemen in grueling battles that showcased his toughness. Despite a storyline neck injury flare-up during one match, Nikita's team triumphed. However, he lost the US title to Lex Luger in a steel cage match on July 11, 19. Undeterred, he rebounded by defeating Tully Blanchard in August to win the NWA World Television Championship. As Jim Crockett Promotions acquired the Universal Wrestling Federation, Nikita faced new talent like Terry Taylor, defeating him at Starrcade 1987 to unify the NWA and UWF television titles. By 1988, personal challenges began to overshadow Nikita's career. His wife Mandy was battling Hodgkin's disease, and Nikita stepped back to care for her. Her passing in 1989 prompted him to scale back his wrestling commitments. He made sporadic appearances, including a return to WCW in 1991, where he faced Lex Luger and Sting. However, a serious neck injury during a 1992 match with Big Van Vader forced his retirement. In 1993, Nikita underwent a profound personal transformation, becoming a born-again Christian. He dedicated himself to ministry, founding Koloff for Christ Ministries, and using wrestling as an outreach tool through his Universal Wrestling Alliance. He also authored books, including his autobiography, Wrestling with Success, where he reflects on his career, faith, and new purpose. Nikita's career wasn't without controversy. His portrayal of a Russian villain during the Cold War stirred debate, with some arguing it exploited political tensions. The revelation that he was American sparked fan backlash, though it highlighted his skill as a performer. Like many wrestlers of the era, Nikita admitted to using steroids, a decision he later regretted, acknowledging the health risks and ethical concerns. His 1988 departure from Jim Crockett Promotions to join the American Wrestling Association, AWA, drew criticism, as some felt he abandoned a struggling promotion. His 1991 WCW return was lackluster, with the company unsure how to utilize the aging star, resulting in a less than memorable final run. Despite these challenges, Nikita Koloff's legacy endures. His iconic matches, particularly against Magnum TA and Ric Flair, remain etched in wrestling history. His ability to transition from a despised heel to a beloved babyface showcased his versatility and charisma. Recognized with the Frank Gotch Award in 2006 for his contributions to wrestling, Nikita made a poignant appearance in March 2024 alongside Magnum TA to celebrate Sting's retirement match, reminding fans of his enduring impact. Today, through his ministry, Nikita continues to inspire, speaking at churches, schools, and prisons about resilience and redemption. His journey from the Russian nightmare to a man of faith is a testament to his ability to reinvent himself, proving that the most compelling stories in wrestling extend far beyond the ring. What's your favorite Nikita Koloff moment? His epic feud with Magnum TA, his face turn, or perhaps his War Games battles? Share your thoughts and keep celebrating the legacy of this wrestling icon.